catching the basketball in the first half, already with 2 turnovers here in the third. Here's Mabry separated, can't hit. Reese on the offensive glass. Reese can't flip it in, knocked out of bounds. And it will stay with Chicago. Rebecca, you've talked about just how difficult it is to go up against a player like Reese, who is relentless.
It's week 8 of the NFL, and we'll see the Colts leader at quarterback. He got his reps in last week, finishing with over 300 passing yards. It's the Colts and the Hawks, and it's all up next on EA Sports.
Defensive player going against a great offensive rebounder. Here's Mitchell.
With Matt here in the distance, there are few cities finer on a clear afternoon than this one, and we have a picture-perfect day for football at Lumen Field in Seattle. Today we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here, as it'll be the Indianapolis Colts taking on the Seattle Seahawks. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our 2 quarterbacks, certainly 2 of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And able to get this out to the 25. So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. And leading the charge, we get a look at their 6-year quarterback.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe he leans on a few other parts of the offense and hopefully springs a receiver or 2 free.
Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. Hopefully, obviously, nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Anderson. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Now Anderson. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. But they kept it simple there, CD, only needing the short gain to move the chains, so they didn't want to go with a deep throw. They just go with that safer, shorter throw and able to convert.
Nothing wrong with that at all, partner. Check the box, right? Make sure you pick up the first down. Offense is getting established. You're moving the ball. You're not turning it over. Check, check, check. They like what they're doing early in the game.
They'll look to throw again. He'll get this to his tight end. That's Pat Freiermuth. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. Gibbs will try and pick it up. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. On the move past the 40 and down right around the 37. A gain of 8 there on the play. And that'll bring up a 2nd down in just a couple. Looking to throw. Anderson. Open man is Samuel. Complete. It'll be a pickup of 4. Good enough to earn him yet another first down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He gets it to Johnston. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A good pickup there, 21 yards. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. Third down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Give them credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. And they are led out there by their mobile quarterback.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well, won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
Richardson on the bootleg here. Campbell making the catch. And he goes out right around the 39. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a second and short. Off play action. Richardson. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. Third down. And here's a handoff out of the gun. Gets around it. Another nice move. Loose inside the 30. Inside the 10. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. A big play there. With his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks have answered that early field goal to take a first-quarter lead.
We see this a lot on 3rd and short yardage, especially down here in the red zone. They're going to sell out to stop the run, try and hold them to a field goal. But once the running back gets past the first wave, the resistance can evaporate after that. And he not only picks up the first, but he takes it all the way into the end zone.
And for the extra point, Cameron Dicker. He's got it. They'll see that opening drive field goal and raise it a touchdown, and that makes it 7-3. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. Second drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize, like going to the county fair. You don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. The throw over the middle, taken in. So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And now we've got a 3rd down and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. That's Samuel, caught left side. And he is going to have a Colts first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play, and that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
The result, only 4 yards there on the play, and that'll make it second down.
Second and 6 at the 43-yard line.
Back to throw again. Throw left side complete. That's Johnston. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 33. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
That was an excellent read right there. Saw cover one. That means it's just a single high safety. So you know if you throw the ball to the outside part of the field, help is going to be a little bit late getting there. And he puts one out there for a big-time completion.
On 1st and 10, Anderson. That one caught by Carter. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. Gibbs straight ahead. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. They'll go again with Gibbs. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2. An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7. Back to throw. Anderson. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
And his kick is right there. It's good, and they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. He might be being set up here for a busy ball game already. 2 kicks here in the first quarter, and he's knocked both through the posts.
And for now, you know they'll be happy getting those 3 points, but what they really want is to find a way for him to kick extra points instead of field goals.
Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their second drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. You look at this Colt defense. They enter play here number 11, just outside the top 10 in the league in stopping the run.
I jotted down in my notes in prepping for this game that this is definitely an area we got to keep an eye on because you're talking about where they rank in stopping the run. But how about what they're facing? This unit loves to run the football, and they rank highly in the league in getting it done.
Yeah, power against power. Something's got to give. The Seahawks had 1-6 now. They come into this one fresh off the victory last week. They finally snapped that 6-game losing streak.
And you've heard the phrase much-needed win. That was a much-needed win. They needed something to energize that locker room and give them a little sense of purpose. And oftentimes, that sense of purpose and a little relaxation can lead to better performance the following week as well.
At the 43-yard line.
Richardson off the play fake. And that's caught inside the 30. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. Pretty good timing. He waited just enough for that post play to develop and laid it right in there.
And you know what a lot of teams do when they decide to throw a post route? Because it's a little bit longer developing play, they max protect. Bring everyone in, keep the tight end in, an extra back to make sure the quarterback has time to deliver the football.
Throwing left side, it's complete. Another first down as they call his number again. He's got 15 yards here. After one, a 1-point game, 7-6. second quarter now from Seattle, and it is the Seahawks with the football here. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry. 5 yards, a good run there. Now it's 2nd and goal.
Roger, good. The air attack has gotten him down here, but now is when you start to lean on that running game. That's a good pickup there on 1st and goal.
They'll try again, and he'll be stopped up short as the tackle is made at about the 3. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. Only a yard that time, so now a decision to be made here on 4th and goal. Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what, right?
Yeah.
This is an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. And I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
And he's got it. Out of the end zone for the Seahawks touchdown. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Big 4th down conversion for the score, and the defense, that is a tough pill to swallow.
Big time for them. How about them just deciding to go for it on 4th down? And, okay, forget the field goal, because that looked like an easy 3 points. Yeah, you might have had a defensive breakdown in there, but they pressed the issue and found a way to get it into the end zone. Give them big credit for that.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. They've probably got some adjustments to make because they've moved the football okay at times, but they haven't been able to get anything consistently going, have they?
What you worry about is it almost turns into a basketball game where one team's coming down and hitting 3s, and you're coming back and getting 2s, and you steadily lose ground. In this situation, you're talking about touchdowns to field goals. They want to put in the end zone and put those 6s on the board.
Yeah, they've been settling. That's why they're down on the scoreboard right now. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. That is caught. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Catch number 4 for him on the afternoon, and it'll give him a 1st down.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down, and I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Counter play. Here's Gibbs. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Up the middle, it's Vaughn. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. That's good for an Indianapolis 1st down on a gain of 10. When he runs, he seems to do a nice job of knowing when to be patient and find the hole, and then when the hole is there, he goes quickly.
You're exactly right. He knows how to just take off, but you know what else? Brings a little thump with him, doesn't he?
He does.
He packs the boom at the end of the run and finishes it going forward. That's what you want to see out of your backs.
A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Straight ahead with Gibbs here. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. They get 1 yard back there to make it 2nd and 14. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got him in. That's Thomas. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Here's a give up the middle. And he's able to push his way forward somehow for a gain of about 2 yards. Second down now. Off the play fake. Anderson. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down. In search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. On third down, Anderson. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And the Colts are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
A very important third down conversion right there, because when you're trailing and find yourself this deep in enemy territory, the kicker's not even part of your thought process. You got to make it pay off with 6. Nice connection right there to set up first and goal.
Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. 3 red zone trips have yielded just 2 field goals for them to this point, so they'll be searching for something more on second and goal here. They'll try to run this one in, and he takes it in for a Colts score. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Colts have cut the lead back down to 2. Everybody in the stadium knew what they were going to do right there, CD. 3 tight ends on the field, all that extra bulk, and they run it in.
And you saw where that one went, right? You run it over your best blocker. I can just see the head coach right now. I want to run this one over the big boy. And they got it done.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is cut to 1 at 14-13. The Colts kicking team is out there now, and they will send this one away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. Now, right now, they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And he's got his man on the out route.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. What I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back, because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you got a battle on your hands.
The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th.
Well, there were a couple of extra defensive backs in the game, so he really had nowhere to go with the football despite his search for an open receiver. So he has to take off and run for it, but he comes up well short of the line to gain.
The Seahawks send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. Going to be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Anderson on 1st down. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
No receivers open, so he's forced to put that one into Puget Sound. That's a great job defensively blanketing those receivers, and ultimately a smart idea by him just to get the ball out of there.
Now Anderson, off play action. He finds his man, complete. That's Webster. And he gets this up to the 34, out of bounds there. 3rd and 3. On the give, here's Gibbs. Broken tackle. And down he goes, but the stiff arm utilized effectively there. And it helps him move the sticks. Move the chains, a gain of 7 on 3rd down. Going back to Gibbs on 1st down. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Operating from the gun, Anderson. His throw incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Anderson now from the gun on third down. Finds Gibbs on the check down. And he is going to have a Colts first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2.
Well, they use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 46. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9.
A gain of 9 brings up
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's
I am.
miles away and smiling.
And happy.
9 yards. And the Colts first down.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and you can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he get a good head of steam going.
And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I know that halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Anderson. Again, he'll find Samuel for the completion. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. Facing a 2nd and 6 from the 8. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
You can't be precise with your throws, especially in this situation. You're inside the 10-yard line going into the end zone. But sometimes the emotion, the excitement, sometimes the decisions just aren't made very well because of that.
Here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
And that drop is going pretty darn well. 3 previous times converted on 3rd down. But on that one, the defense rose up and said enough of that.
And this one is right through. And they have regained the lead. So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And with only 9 seconds remaining, and not much time, we'll see how they play this. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. So we have reached halftime here in a tight 2-point contest. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Hi again, everybody. Let's get you caught up with what's going on around the league here in the unofficial midway point, Week 8 of the NFL season.
Took off immediately because I gave 1980s women exactly what they wanted. Long, flat butts. Come on, ladies. Longer, flatter. I knew I needed to get in shape.
Both of these offenses had their share of high points in that first half. Each team had some big moments, and it would seem this could turn out to be a game where the last score wins.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. The Seahawks trailing, but they will have possession first here as we resume action in the third quarter. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. Here comes the Seahawks offensive unit. They'll have it first to begin the third. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
2nd and 10, back to the air with Richardson. Short throw caught by the tight end Oliver. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, here's Richardson. And he fires one,
That's
but
the
incomplete.
fucking ball, asshole.
And so many times we look at the opening drive of the third quarter as a tone setter, and many coaches do emphasize it, and that's a strong performance there defensively to force incompletion and, more importantly, force a quick punting situation.
And the fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line. So here are the Colts to take over. They are trying to snap that 3-game losing streak on top so far with the football here, 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And now off to the races down the right side. Inside the 20. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Colts are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. They blitzed defensively there, but he was able to slip through that first layer, and then he was gone.
I think they won the leverage game, didn't they?
Yes.
Right? They saw the blitz coming. That got to him a little bit, but they leveraged it perfectly and found not just a crease, a gigantic hole. And off he goes, and he's still going all the way to the end zone.
Extra point right down the middle, and that makes this a 9-point game. I'm not sure if they drew that play up to score, but it scored indeed. 1 play on the ground and into the end zone for 6. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. And we will get another look at Seattle's offense. And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Catch made here by Campbell. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
At the 31-yard line.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll get about 3 up close to the 35. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. The Seahawks send out their punter as he's on to kick it away.
4th and fucking inches. Go for it.
It's a 47-yard punt, return of 6. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. And the Colts getting ready to go. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. 1 play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
The catch and run, good for 18 and a 1st down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 40. That'll give him 60 yards receiving now as he's got a 1st down. Now Anderson. And the Seahawk defense gets to him and they bring him down. Trayvon Walker has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Chalk that up as their 1st sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the 1st half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 54 yards rushing for him now to this point. They'll need to get it to the 30 for a 1st. This is 3rd down. Anderson. He's got his target. That's complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 23. The passing game for the Colts finding its stride, another 1st down. Back to throw. Anderson. Finds Johnston. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they can be set up with a 1st and goal.
Looking to throw. Anderson. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll look to throw again. And he's got it. A touchdown saving tackle there. Now it's 3rd and goal.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. It's the fullback with his 1st career NFL touchdown. And the Colts add 6 to their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical, that's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And that bumps their lead up even further. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. And out now come the Seahawks. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Now Richardson. Slant pass hauled in by Campbell. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
That's good for a Seattle Seahawks. First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Richardson. Campbell making the catch. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. Second and 7.
45-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up second and
Now it's Richardson. And he will find his man on the outside.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so. He's got it at the 15. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
I'm shaking my head a little bit as an ex-DB, but I'm also nodding because any edge you can get as a receiver, you take it. Runs a stutter go there, about 12 yards downfield, then chops his feet like he's breaking off his route, and then takes off and goes downfield again. Excellent job selling it, and it leads to a big gain.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. They stop short. Down at the 1. Had the great move, but couldn't get it all the way home. 83 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon. On second and goal, they'll give it to him again. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. A great effort there, with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Seahawks are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. He's doing his part, but still facing a sizable deficit.
And he would like to do more, but he needs help from the other 2/3, right? He needs his defense to bow up a little bit, and he also needs special teams to maybe create some big plays and help them get back in it.
Extra point up and good by Dicker, and the lead is trimmed down to 10. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Colts offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he can only manage to get a couple. Second and 8 coming up. They'll break the huddle, come up on second and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now we've got whistles and a flag. Looked like one of the Colts linemen might have jumped. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long. Back to throw. Anderson. He's got it complete to Gibbs. 2 yards on the pickup there. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. Here's Anderson on third down. Setting up the screen. This is Gibbs. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Seattle, Washington, as it looks like we are just about set and ready to begin with the 4th. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Pulled in at the 24. A 7-yard return following a punt of 45 yards. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. Well, still a long way to go, but trending upward. They scored the last time out, you remember. Then their defense forced the punt. Now they try to inch closer, but still ultimately down 2 scores in the final quarter. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. From the 32-yard line now, here's a 2nd and 9.
At the 32-yard line.
Back to throw. Here's Richardson. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. They'll go for a gain of 7. And now that sets up 3rd and 2. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Play action. Now Richardson. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down.
But it's always easy to second-guess a call, but maybe he should have just handed it off here on 3rd and short instead of keeping it on a play-action pass attempt. Now it's 4th and long, and just gave the defense a lot of momentum to build on for the next series.
The Seahawks send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Good open field tackling there. A 50-yard punt followed by just a 1-yard return. And that will come the offense as they take over. Drive starts with a run from Gibbs. Up to the 20. I'm sure that that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Anderson. That is caught. And he is going to have a Colts 1st down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Hand off now to Gibbs. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
He's brought down at the 39-yard line. It's a gain of 8.
More muscle up front for this 2nd and 2. They've got 3 tight ends out there. Another run for Gibbs here. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. To throw is Anderson. Off the play fake. He's got Carter complete. And he is going to have a Colts 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the 4th quarter. But the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know. Maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack. But you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game. And trusting this quarterback, I think you continue to do so.
On 1st and 10, Anderson. A quick throw there is incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Now left side on the swing pass, and he'll get it down to the 47 here. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Again, he'll drop to throw. Shoves him aside, and that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 36. Another good reception there. The Colts on the march. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Off play action, Anderson. And that is caught downfield by Thomas. Touchdown! A great play there. 36 yards. And the Colts look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. An important score there, CD, and now an important extra point because it would make it a 3-score game.
Love the math there, and at this point in the 4th quarter, look, we all need next-gen stats, right? We all use them, but we don't need them here, do we? Because that means it's almost a certain victory.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. And Seattle now ready to march out of the field. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
A throw over the middle, taken in. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Richardson to the air on first down. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Here's Richardson to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. And they're going to speed things up here. Richardson now on second down. And he's got his man in stride, complete. So from inside the 20, here's first and 10 at the 18. Richardson working from the gun. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Here's a second and 5. Richardson out of the shotgun. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And the Seahawks are going to have a first and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. And Richardson looks to throw once more. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And now what we have here, a third and goal. Richardson looking to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
Fourth down, desperation time. Here's Richardson. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. He couldn't get the ball away on fourth and goal. And this 11-play drive is going to lead to nothing on the scoreboard. A breakdown by the O-line at the worst possible time. Fourth and goal, and it leads to a sack.
I can just see it now. On the sidelines, they're telling the quarterback, you've got to get rid of it somehow, some way. At least get it in the end zone and give us a chance. If we throw an interception, so what? A sack? We didn't even have a chance.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, second and 12. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Well, they run the option on second down. And a decent gain there as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. He's able to call his own number for 8 that time, but it leaves him with a third down. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a third down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Getting home that time to Marvian Overshown.
Even keeping the back in for extra protection on third down, they still couldn't prevent the sack. Now it's 4th and long thanks to a terrific individual effort on defense.
And here's Ryan right now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. And Seattle now ready to march out of the field. Well, probably not much that they can do at this point, CD. Down 3 scores late in the 4th quarter. This is going to be a little too much to overcome, you would think.
Yeah, they'll go down swinging, but in the end, I think we saw the writing on the wall a while back because one team was clearly better than the other in this one. And while it didn't quite reach blowout status, I think we knew who was going to win this one well before we got to this stage.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. What we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that one. He's fortunate it was just incomplete and not intercepted.
Richardson looking to throw this. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts' 41-yard line. Again, it's Richardson. And he whips that one incomplete there.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Catch made here by Campbell. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts' 22-yard line. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. First and 10, Richardson looks to throw it. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Back to the air with Richardson. Now throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
What will look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. No, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Colts are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. Now Richardson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. This likely a must-have, 3rd and goal. Now Richardson back to throw it. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down. One last shot for Richardson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt. And the Colts are going to take over with a football. The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee. Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So for the Colts, a loss would have really hurt, but as it stands, it's an important win as they move to 3-5 on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Seahawks, things are kind of getting ugly as they drop to 1-7 now on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. Thanks for tuning in, everybody.